Yo, Hideyuki here, the Rebelling Rose, One Chain to Oblivion, returning yet again with another great video. Today, I just wanted to discuss my top 10 favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes to play. So, this list is going to consist of archetypes that I really enjoy, decks that have unique playstyles, unique builds, and yeah, so this is not going to be really a meta list, right? Because that would kind of beat the whole purpose of this. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into it. First up on the list, we have Odd Eyes. Odd Eyes is probably one of my all-time favorite archetypes, especially when it comes to pendulums. And there's just so much you can do with this, you know. You can make an Odd Eyes Magician deck build. You can do Performapple Odd Eyes. You can do Pure Odd Eyes. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this. Now, I prefer playing the Zark way with this deck. I prefer doing it with Magicians. I think it works the best with that. Bringing out Vortex using Arc Dragon, Absolute Dragon, just really cool stuff. And then of course you have Raging Dragon, which isn't really a good card. I mean, Zark is easier to get out than Raging Dragon, but still, it's a cool card to play and one of my all-time favorite Odd Eyes cards. But yeah, with that being said, moving on. Next up on the list, we have Labyrinth. Now, Labyrinth is kind of meta, or it used to be meta. I don't know if it still is considered meta now, because I'm not really part of the meta loop anymore with Yu-Gi-Oh! I just kind of play on my own time and just collect whatever archetypes I like nowadays. But anyways, with Labyrinth, it's a really cool play style. And I love anything with Fiends, or anything Gothic related. So Labyrinth is right up there, right? You have so many cool cards you can play in this deck, and the trap strategy in here is just amazing. I have a trap variant of this deck, and man, just being able to do that and also sync it up with Dark Necrophere is a very, very fun play style. Very unique. And it makes Necrophere more playable, I guess, in a way, since most Labyrinth cards are Fiends. Moving on. Next up on the list, we have Albaz. Now, this is another deck that is kind of meta, but either way, I wanted to add it on the list. It is really, really fun to play. A lot of the fusion plays is just incredible here. I mean, using Albaz to take control of other monsters, use them for fusion summoning is a lot of fun, man. It's a really cool deck to play. And yeah, I like playing this deck with Shaddolls because it has very, very good synergy with Shaddolls. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Next up on the list, we have Charmers. Now, this is definitely not a meta deck. Charmers is nowhere near meta. Yes, a couple of cards like the Dark Charmer or Light Charmer Link cards, some people use, yeah, for a side deck or what have you, or maybe part of their extra deck. But the archetype itself is not meta. But either way, it's a fun play style. A very spellcaster oriented play style. And yeah, I just love being able, again, to take control of opponents' monsters based on elements, special summoning all the charmers and their familiars to the field, protecting them all with the spells and traps. So it's a lot of fun to play this deck, especially with the new support we got with the release of the Chronicles deck that we got. Next up on the list, we have Vampire. Woo, man, this is an awesome archetype, and I'm glad that this has a couple new cards now. Because the old vampires, I really enjoyed, but you couldn't really do too much with them. But with these new cards, and especially these new Xyz monsters we got, there's a lot of cool things you can do, with Vampire, getting Baron on the field and what have you. Again, if you notice, I do like these decks that take control of opponents' monsters and stuff like that. And Vampire, that's their game. That's what they do all day long. And it's fitting for the theme, of course. But yeah. Next up on the list, we have Shadow. So I did talk about Shadow briefly because I like playing this with Albaz. But pure Shadows themselves are pretty fun to play as well. Also doing Shadow Lightsworn combinations is pretty fun. Or doing like a Shadow Lightsworn Chaos deck is pretty cool. But yeah, it's a very unique playstyle, right? Sending cards from deck or hand to graveyard to trigger effects is really cool. Locking down your opponent from not being able to do much. It's a pretty cool deck. It's old now, but still a lot of fun to play. Next up on the list, we have Valance. Yet again, another Pendulum deck. And I really thought about this for a while because I love pendulums, man. And Odd Ice is still my all-time favorite. But if I had to choose a second one, Valence would probably be up there. And the main reason being is the play style for this is so unique. I mean, there is no other deck in Yu-Gi-Oh I can even think of that plays like Valence. It treats itself like a board game. You set field spells on your opponent's field, you're switching zones, constantly to trigger pendulum effects, monster effects. Um, and yeah, the play style feels like you're playing a traditional board game. Now, this is definitely a more difficult deck to learn because of the play style. And if you're not used to switching zones to trigger effects, then yeah, it's not really a beginner friendly deck. But either way, if you're someone that likes pendulums or want to learn, more about intricate pendulum deck playstyles, then Valence is definitely for you. It's a great playstyle, and the theming is pretty cool. You have this samurai theme mixed with technology. You have these machines as well, so really, really cool combination here. All right, next up on the list we have Shira Nui. Oh boy, more samurais plus zombies. So that's right up my alley. I love samurai stuff. I love horror stuff. So Shiranui just brings the two into one. I like playing pure Shiranui. Yes, you can play this with Mayakashi cards as well. But I do like playing a pure style of this deck or mixing it with other zombie archetypes. Um, Really, really cool deck here. And this deck is probably best for Duel Links. I've played the deck the most on Duel Links back when it was somewhat decent in the format. Right, but for more casual play or more meta play, yeah, it is not going to hold up that well. But Duel Links is a good place to use Shiranui or really, really casual style duels. But yeah. Next up on the list, we have Raid Raptors. Yeah, Raid Raptors is a cool archetype. This is probably one of my all-time favorite Xyz archetypes. I was tempted to put Zella Weapon on here because I do run a Zella Weapon deck, and that is a fun deck to play, man. But Raid Raptors still got it, man. I mean, it's such a cool Wing Beast archetype going on here, right? Making those cool Xyz plays, ranking up, of course. You can kind of mix it with Phantom Knights, but I prefer doing pure Raid Raptors. But yeah, I mean, this is a great Xyz playstyle deck, and it's pretty easy to play. It's not a very difficult deck to learn. And of course, last but not least, we have Evil Hero. Now, out of all the hero archetypes, this was tough because Destiny Heroes is definitely up there for me. And while I do have some nostalgia for Elemental Heroes, I always found Evil Heroes to be so damn cool. And we have new Evil Hero cards now, so that's even more exciting. Man, these Evil Hero fusions? Woo! Crisp, man. Just absolutely clean. Great fusion style deck here. And yeah, I mean, I just love how brutal these cards are, man. I mean, just incredible cards. And yeah, it's probably one of my all-time favorite hero decks to play, you know. Um, but yeah, with that being said, that completes my list. And yeah, these are pretty unique archetypes to play. So yeah, I would give some of these a try if y'all haven't. I mean, most of y'all watching this probably know all of these archetypes, or at least played them once before or played against them. But for those of you that might have, let one or two of them slip behind your radar, give them a chance to play it. It's pretty fun, at least in a casual manner, right? But anyways, with that being said, Ide Yuki here, the Rebelling Rose, and until next time, I'll see you.